Yeah, there are sports, and there's a lot of intriguing sports talk to get to. I am fascinated by this. I think it's a wonderful idea. I absolutely co-sign this. I've been talking about it for a while. Hard Knocks has still not decided who they are going to follow this training camp. And some of the teams there's 4 teams that they could follow. The Jets are the most intriguing of the 4. I think the Bears are another team.
The Saints. And there's another battle.
I forget. Commanders. Maybe? Commanders. So the Jets have explicitly said, now of those 4, the Jets, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers, would be the team that everybody would make the most sense. Everybody would want to see that. The New York Jets have expressed
Would you watch the Bears?
No. Well, I'd watch, but like the masses, I don't think really would care.
Okay.
The Jets have expressed a vehement against. They do not want to do Hard Knocks, and HBO could make them, but that's a miserable existence for the HBO crew, the audiences. You're probably going to get bad television because they will probably be jerks about where you can go and where you can't go. So it is floated out there now, apparently, according to the Detroit News, and this is a tweet from our good friend Dove. I did not see this on the Detroit News, but he is attributing this to the news, that NFL Films did, in fact, reach out to the Detroit Lions to do Hard Knocks for a second consecutive season. The NFL is struggling to find a team willing to do Hard Knocks this season. And there's the tweet. They can force the Jets, Saints, Commanders, Bears to do it, but they are facing resistance from all of those teams. And again, I think this is a slam dunk. The Detroit Lions, America's team. The Detroit Lions are America's team. That is why they are playing the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 1. I think it really helped this franchise, how people view the Detroit Lions, how people view the culture in Detroit. It gives people an upfront, close, personal look at to who the Detroit Lions are, Braylon Edwards, and I'll tell you, they absolutely should do it.
The Chicago Bears do not want to do Hard Knocks because they don't know who their quarterback really is. They don't know if Justin Fields or what they paid for in this past offseason is going to be what they need to go on. The Saints don't want to do it because they're still in disarray. They picked up Derek Carr. Is Derek Carr the guy that's going to win them Super Bowls? Is Derek Carr going to be the guy for them? Their defense really wasn't good last year. They're still trying to figure out. Michael Thomas is still on the team. A lot of behind-the-scenes things there. The New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be all that. Like, Aaron Rodgers wants to be private. They want to work their thing out. He want all the things that he's doing now, working extra with the receivers, working with Zach Wilson, watching film, having a good time. He wants that to be private. He wants to get into the season as best he can. The NFL and the Detroit Lions benefit most by the Detroit Lions being back on Hard Knocks. The Detroit Lions, right now, Ryan Ermanni, he said they're America's team. I won't go that far, but they're America's darling right now. I definitely would give you that. They need to build Detroit up as much as they can to make the Thursday game against Kansas City and Detroit make sense. We know why it makes sense. Detroit knows why it makes sense. Putting them on there again, the other reason why Detroit benefits and why I don't think it will bother them as much as other teams, we've seen Detroit at their core. We know who the players are. The players know each other's are. They rock with each other. The owner, the GM, the coach, all on the same page. All on the same page. They're not hiding anything from the cameras. That's another reason why I think the Detroit Lions will accept. They're not teams that are trying to hide one conversation, like the Buffalo Bills trying to keep things silent. You know everything about Detroit Lions.
That is beautiful, Braylon, because the Detroit Lions are not trying to hide anything. They have nothing to hide. They know exactly who they are, and they will allow you to see exactly who they are as an organization. Look, there's a stink attached to the Detroit Lions. There's a stench. And that stench is a culture of losing.
1957.
I was watching. It was I think 2 Sundays ago, Braylon, on ABC this week, the Sunday program with George Stephanopoulos.
Yep.
There was a panelist on there talking about some culture of losing.
Did we catch a random stray?
Yeah, some culture of losing politically.
Right.
And You know what the guy said?
It's like losing.
It's like the Detroit Lions thinking and this is on a Sunday morning political talk show. And I'm thinking to myself, this organization has resembled one thing over the course of 60 years. And the L and Lions has stood for losses, losing. And over the last 10 months, and that's really all it's been.
Yeah.
It's not even been a full year, right? I mean,
less than that, really.
Less than that, really.
Yeah.
You know, over the last 10 months, this organization has completely turned it around.
It's like November till now.
Let people continue to see who you are. Yeah. And I think just as a pure television show, as a pure television show, I think it'd be great for HBO, and I think it would be great for the Detroit Lions to, again, give people a sneak peek and let generations of football fans see that it is different here. These are new Lions. This is a new organization, and that L anymore does not stand for losing. It stands for the freaking Detroit Lions. Yeah. Where the division championship and an NFC championship and a Super Bowl appearance is the goal.
Yeah, it definitely is the goal, and it is an attainable goal as of right now. I agree with you 100%, Ryan Ermanni. Let the people see who are you. Let the people keep seeing who you are. They're America's darling right now. Everybody loves the comeback story, or not. Well, I guess the never been story. But everybody likes the comeuppance. Everybody loves the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets won the championship for the first time. Everybody was cheering. Everybody was involved. I had nothing against the Miami Heat, but at some point, Ryan and Miami, it just was like, come on, Nuggets, you got this. This is fun to watch. The Detroit Lions are that in the NFL, and it's going to be funny. The top 10 today, because it is top 10 Thursday, we will be talking about franchises that are next in line to win their first title all across the four sports. But let them see who you are. Let them grow with you. You know, you watch Jared Goff and his girlfriend last year on Hard Knocks. They're engaged now. They might be married by the next time. You know, you at that level. You got the rookie, Jahmyr Gibbs, and another situation where the Lions move up to get a guy that you didn't think they would get. You keep adding that to the story. We've interviewed Cam Sutton. We've interviewed James Houston. You don't think those guys and their stories wouldn't be great marketing points on there? Plus, it's the NFL wanting to build up the Detroit Lions in the city that's coming back. I was at the Grand Prix 3 weeks ago. It looked amazing downtown Detroit. So I think it would be great for all parties involved.
Just a couple of chats in here. Rod Wood shot it down already. I've not seen that, Vincent Law. I've not seen that. The story about Rod Wood shooting it down. Oh. I've not seen that. So until I see it, maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. No, that stink goes back to Bobby Lane and how we tossed him away for peanuts. The NFL would love if the Detroit Lions do it again because the draft is coming to Detroit as well. Some good comments there. Bro, Stephanopoulos is a joke. However you feel about any. I am
the fact that he mentioned it.
Well, yeah, right. But what I'm saying, right? Either way, however you feel about anybody, I record all of those Sunday talk shows because it's part of what keeps me abreast on what goes on politically for my other job, so I can have knowledge of that. I watch everything: CNN, Fox, MSNBC, CNBC, Fox Business. I watch it all, and I am aware of everything.
Yeah. So if you don't watch those shows, you can do like me, and when they say names like George Galapagos, you can just act like, oh sure, yes, I am familiar with his work.
Right.
George
so I just wanted to put that out.